eCaptiol News Director Sean Ashley joining us now with more of what's happening. I guess we've got, what, about a month left in the session?
Yes,
so deadlines are looming. What bills are getting through?
Well, this was a deadline on Thursday for bills to be heard in the opposite chamber, and about 400 to 450 or so made it all the way through. There are some important pieces of criminal justice reform legislation which they are working through. Some, for example, that would reduce sentences for minor property crimes and for drug possession. There's also a teacher's pay raise that's still making its way through the process, and a pay raise for correctional officers. Those issues are likely to find their way into the budget process, which will really be the focus in the coming 4 or 5 weeks.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the court system and some changes that are going to be coming to it. Governor Stitt obviously getting involved. So what are some of the impacts? What are we talking about here?
Right. On Thursday, Governor Stitt signed a bill which redistricts the Supreme Court and the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals. And what that means is the state will be divided into 5 court districts, just like we are for congressional purposes. And then there will be 4 at-large seats that will cover the entire state. The governor and supporters of the piece of legislation indicated that this will give current judges and attorneys who are interested in working on the appellate court a greater opportunity to do so, because now they can apply for any openings that come up in their district or in one of the 4 at-large seats across the state. The governor and House Majority Leader John Echols also pointed out that this may be the first step in a series of judicial reform measures.
A lot of entrepreneurs very interested in hemp cultivation in Oklahoma, and the Senate getting involved here. And what exactly have they done?
Viewers may remember about a year ago, a piece of legislation was passed that gave people an opportunity to work with colleges and universities on hemp growing research projects. And those have been taking place across the state of Oklahoma with some success. As a result of recent federal law changes, however, that playing field is much more opened up. And this legislation, if signed by the governor, would ultimately allow people who work with the U.S. Department of Agriculture an opportunity to grow that for various purposes, such as for animal feed and for use in clothing and other manufacturing processes.
Tell me a little bit more about this trailer bill to Oklahoma's permitless carry law, which, you know, it made so much controversy early in the session. So with the trailer bill now headed to the governor's desk, what's going on there?
This was an issue raised by major metropolitan areas, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, involving facilities like their zoo and the Gathering Place Park in Tulsa and the Scissortail Park, which is being built here in Oklahoma City. The idea here is that individuals will not be able to open carry in those facilities. Instead, they will be limited to concealed carry. This is something that those 2 communities wanted, and probably other communities as well. It was necessary really to get permitless carry passed earlier in the legislative session, and now it will be up to the governor to sign that.
I think we got 15 seconds left. Okay, so the budget, how are we coming on that?
Well, last we heard it was 80 to 90% done. As House Speaker Charles McCall has said, that last 10% takes about 90% of the work, and we'll know in the next few weeks exactly where they are.
I know you'll keep us abreast. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.